Hello everybody, we are back and we are playing Everquest 2. As you can see, we're back here, we have our quest. I just did a little bit of hotbar reorganization with our new spells, so now we're going to continue on. We're going to talk to this guy and pick up this quest.
Greetings. I am Tertiary Maquis. I have been studying the native species of this island and determining what purpose, if any, they may serve in our military maneuvers. Most recently, I have become interested in the crusty rust beast in the time-worn pools far to the west. Their acidic secretions are rife with potential. Unfortunately, I am stuck here for the time being, working on a previous project.
I could get some samples for you. And we have no bracers here, so we're just going to accept that.
Could you? That would help me greatly.
I will be back soon. Here's where we start to pick up a lot of quests, like this starts filling out a lot. But we will get through them. We'll do them one at a time, then we'll get involved.
Civ Parser Dyson at your service.
What do you do here?
The same thing the war-wearing Spiroks are doing, but for different ends. I seek to unlock our past. We began to study the relics of this island a short while ago. Not long after we set up here, the war-wearings came at us in full force and pushed us from our research sites. It was unfortunate, but I can still study relics that the crabs unearth on the beaches around Chrykori village. Would you care to gather some for me?
Sure.
I am glad to hear it. I am sure you can find the relics anywhere on the shore near Chrykori village. Find some and bring them back to me, please.
I will. Now we're just going to rearrange this real quick, because I usually play with this at the top. It's just easier for me to see where everything is. Just gonna do that real quick. You can put it wherever you want. This is just my personal preference. Whatever works best for you, you do. Put that there, and this. You can go there. Okay. So we keep going.
Greetings! Welcome to Chrykori village. I am Varkori Rizlul. It is my task to prepare food for this entire island, with a little help from Teroche Dryzak. Though Teroche is helpful, he doesn't quite have the zest for gathering provisions that I wish for in an assistant. Would you care to help me gather some more supplies? I need briny lizard meat from the time-worn pools to the west.
Yes, I can help.
Great, thank you. I'd send Teroche, but every time I try to send him out, he tells me he's perfecting his stuffed grit gorger claw recipe. One meaningless soldier tells him they're the best thing he's ever tasted, and now Teroche just won't let it go. He seems to believe he's some sort of culinary genius, but I don't have the heart to tell him he was bred without taste buds.
I will get the lizard meat. Okay, so while we're up here, we're going to open up our banker here. This is where you can store all your items. And we're going to put this in here for future use. And then now we're going to go find... There, the general goods guy. This is who you can talk to and sell stuff. We're going to sell the items we got. Now you can't really do anything with their old items, so I just usually delete them because they're not of use to us anymore. And then we can move on. This right here, this is the useful spell actually. You can use that and then summon food and water for you. Food and water is not necessary, but it gives you good buffs that you would like. So this increases our health regen, and this increases our power regen, so it would be useful to get. So now we're just going to walk down here and we're going to do this quest. There's one. You can see this is how many we have to do here. So we will go up. We get more. And if you're wondering what these are about, it's about an event that's going on right now. We're not gonna deal with that right now. We're just gonna focus on the quests, so just ignore them for the time being. And while we do this, right here, this shows our active effects. So like, for instance, we have this lucidity spell, which is this one. We have our thorn skin up, which is this one. And we have this, which is our armor of nature. This is the buff we get from our drink, and this is the buff we get from our food. This just shows that I have mail that I have to read. And then this is the membership thing. This is a good spell because it can cure, because these are healer classes, they have the ability to cure hostile effects. So for instance, you'll get like damage over time like poison and such, and you'll want to go and you'll want to heal that. Because they can get pretty nasty, especially up at higher levels. So now we go over to this. Now we gotta be careful here, because these silt storms will knock us up into the air. And while that might not be an issue for some classes, we do not have featherfall, so we're gonna try and avoid them. Emphasis on the try, they're pretty fast. And then here we have the briny lizards we need. So we're gonna jump down here, and we're going to kill 4 of them. I can show you how this works. You click that, and if we weren't stunned, it shows, see some of these spells are flashing, so you want to click the flashy spells, and then they'll do more damage. We'll do a proper show off of this. So click that, the spell's flashing, and that does more damage. So this is a really useful one, especially in early levels. I don't really use it at higher levels, but that's because your hotbars get really filled up with spells. But it's still useful to use if you have the chance to. So we're gonna just keep killing these guys. They're easy enough. They're only level 3, apparently. We're gonna take our meat. Now there's actually a boss up here, and I want to take him down. So we're gonna go and kill him real quick. Because bosses drop good loot, and I like loot, so we're gonna get the loot. And being a healer, we cannot actually cast while we are moving. So we had to stay still to cast our spells. And just like that, oh, advanced adornment recipe, and we have a chest. That's a good amulet, but it's level 10, so we have a few more levels to wait. So I will just stick this in this bag here. Okay. And now we're gonna continue on. We're actually hurt, so I'm gonna heal myself real quick. That chest was trapped, apparently. Oh, and our healing spells aren't that good right now. Oh well. Now we commence with the More Mortar. You can see that this is the enemy spell, because it's a big red bar. I don't think these normally pop up unless they're hard-hitting moves. This is annoying me. We'll have to rearrange stuff at some point. Almost done. 2 more to go. Oh, there's the level. They're level 5. We'll put that down there. So I was mistaken. This is actually, this number right here is the distance that you are from the creature. Okay, 1 more to go. I'll just reorganize my stuff off camera when I have the chance. This is kind of a mess. Treasure chest. Ooh! And look at that! A spell that we can use. So, you can tell it's a spell that you can use because it has a white name. And if you already had it scribed, it would say that you already have it scribed, but we don't, so we're just going to double click on that. And it upgrades our spell for us. So we're going to go ahead and recast that. And now we have the upgraded version of it. Now we're gonna move on, and we're gonna go find these birds. As you can see, there we are. We're gonna avoid these. We'll run as fast as we can. Oh, and here we have our first collectible. Collectibles are cool. They give you special rewards such as mounts and different house items and equipable items. And some even give you pets. But we're not going to worry about that too much right now. We're gonna take care of this guy. He's gonna attack us. I'm gonna go farther in here because I don't want to get hit by the tornadoes. And this language that they're speaking, you can actually learn to understand it later on. There's special, I think it's a quest, or you get special droppable items. Oh, they're angry at me. I'm gonna kill this excavator guy because I want the shiny next to him. Level 7. Oh, and he dropped us a chest. Names usually do drop your chests. Now, we cannot actually use this item. As you can see, it doesn't say that we can use it, so we're going to end up selling that later on. We have a root spell. And allow. I usually have the allow draggable icons off, because once you hit higher levels, you're like frantically clicking buttons. Oh, and here we have a debuff spell, so we're going to put that there. As you can see when you cast it, he's debuffed. And now we get to run all the way back. We narrowly avoided that guy. See, these quests are great. That means we've outleveled them, so they aren't going to give us as much experience as they could. Oh, we got hit. Now while we're running, if you don't like seeing your character have their helmet on, you can press C and you can go down to the options, and right here under you show hood or helm, you can turn it to show just the helm, the hood, or hide it. I like having this on because it's not a big it's not really in the way because of how small it is, so we're just gonna leave it there. And I'm gonna show you a quick shortcut. Normally you would have to run all the way up there. There's actually a small ramp right here you can take, and it'll take you right up to the top. Hello, Mr. Chrykori, look out. Mr. or Mrs. I'm gonna talk to this guy now.
Did you get the meat?
Yes, here you are.
Wonderful. Please know that I appreciate this. Would you care to help me out once again? Taroche is still preoccupied with his art.
Sure, I can help.
Splendid! There are tortoise nests in the dunes to the west. I'd like you to go gather some of their eggs and bring them back to me. They're packed full of nutrients. Much heartier than stuffed grit gorger claws.
Alright, I'll go get some.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, what are they up to? Have you found anything worthwhile?
Yes, I found this pottery. It's curiously decorated.
Why, our parsers have
Our
found
first
pieces of this
achievement.
pottery before. They believe it is the remains of ceremonial jars, and the directions for the rite are inscribed in the inscriptions on its surface. If they have pieced this together, of course! This must be what they're up to. My scouts reported them gathering and preparing something southwest of here. With this evidence in hand, I believe they may be trying to invoke an ancient rite. I'll leave it to you to interrupt them.
I can do that.
And be swift about it! There's obviously far more to the Spirok than we had thought. The more freedom we give the Wawerans to experiment with artifacts of power, the more likely they are to turn this power against us effectively.
I'll be as swift as I can.
Did you find them?
Yes, here are their acid sacs. Potent indeed.
Ah, perfect!
Bracers.
This is impressive! These don't even need to be treated. Look at how easily the substance affects this metal. I know just the person who can put these to use. His contact is Secondary Erazik Skyki. Bring them to him. You can find him in the Trithic Loft to the southwest.
Alright, I'll deliver them. This leads us to another
I'm
area.
sure he'll put these to good use. Thank you for your help. I think I will keep a few on hand to continue studying them for other potential applications.
Alright. And our last quest up here.
Did you find the relics?
Yes, here you are.
Wonderful! It is important that we gather these relics as soon as we can. The Walwerans do not respect relics such as these and will no doubt twist or destroy them.
What do you mean?
They will discard anything that does not obviously lead them to power. That is all they seek, power. They do not care where it comes from or what they destroy in the process. Even now, they strip the statue in the time-worn pools of precious artifacts and discard and often destroy things that they deem unworthy. These items could be studied, but they are instead lost forever.
Perhaps I could retrieve the artifacts from them.
That would be wonderful. It is a shame that any sentient can be so careless when it comes to something as important as history.
I will return. And now, we head off. You can see there's no more flashing items, so we're gonna just move on here. And we can just jump down here for a quick little getaway. And here is the mender guy. So whenever you die, your armor starts losing durability, but don't worry, it cannot actually break. You just need to go talk to this guy. Even if it's at 0 durability, he can repair it and you'll get your armor back 100%. It'll cost you a bit, but that's what this money is for. And luckily, you do get a lot of money later on. And now we're gonna get the tortoise eggs. Luckily, these tortoises don't apparently mind us grabbing their eggs, so we can just help ourselves. Gonna find us more of these. One more egg. Here's our last one. Okay, and now we're gonna go, and we're gonna go take the artifacts from these guys. So we're gonna have to kill a bunch of them. You can actually get up there, but it's painful, and it's hard. I wouldn't recommend doing it unless you're willing to suffer. There's enough creatures down here that you can kill. And because we killed the name guy, he's not gonna be here for a while, so we don't have to worry about him. So we need to kill 4 of these guys. That shouldn't be that hard. I can get up. And level 8. Oh, an Aviac beak. Oh, okay. Yeah, here we go. So there are quests called Lore and Legend, and these basically just give you a spell that'll let you do more damage to a specific creature that you get all the items for. These also give you special house items and stuff that you can get. So we go here. We can either click examine or just double click. That's not the item. And here we have the quest. First Flight, which is a book that you can place in your house and read, and this cool house item. It's a cool little spear axe thingy. So yeah, we'll just take that, and then eventually we will find all these items, or we can buy them off the broker. But we have this here, so we're going to double click it. This item can be used to learn the secrets of the Aviac. If you wish to study it, hit begin to study, and then we'll update our quest. So now we can just click this and it'll hide the quest for us, so we don't have to clog up our quest tracker with that, and we can continue on. Oh, and this. It's a revival spell, useful if you're in a group with other people and that person that you're in a group with keeps dying. Oh, and there's our Aviac spirit. So we're already filling out that quest. We're doing good. These guys take a bit, but that's because healers don't really do a whole bunch of damage. They're more meant for keeping people alive. So now we're going to go all the way over here. And we're not going to worry about this until we're done with the quests here, so just focus on this for the time being. So we need to get around here. Oh, and as you can see, there's some yellow monsters up there, so we don't really want to go up there quite yet. They will probably kill us quite easily. Here we go. Power infused Warren and the Warren ritualists. So we're gonna go and kill them. Just like this. Now you can in fact buy better armor in order to do more damage, but with the amount of good armor you get just from questing, I don't usually. It's only when you get stuck at like higher levels. We have our aviac tongue, so we're going to take that and we're going to double click it and begin to study. You can just hide that again. And we'll take care of these. I actually really like the look of the Wawarens. They're cool parrot people. And you deal with them a lot. Oh, and there we go. We killed his ritualist, so the guy dies. So now we get to run all the way back. And while we go, I can explain some of this stuff. This is your appearance gear. It's different from your actual equipment, so if you get items that you like the appearance of more, you can just put it here and it will not affect your stats. And if you want it to keep it permanently, you can put it in your wardrobe, and then it'll be there and you can use that whenever you want. Skills is stuff like your focus and defense, and you can, this is just like your general combat skills. You can go here and you can see your harvesting and your swimming. You can actually get an achievement for maxing these out. And here's your languages. We know Gorwish because we are a Sarnak, so that's our starting, and we know common. Factions, these are your factions such as Kinos, Exile, Kelfin, and Hellas. This is ours because we started in Gorwin, we would have max allyship, and these guys all want to really kill us, except for Hellas, because they're a neutral city. They will just kind of look at us angry. But Gorwin loves us. Mounts, there are so many mounts in the game. Like, so many. I've been obsessed with collecting them. And they're actually easy to get. You will actually get a special mount at the end of your starting timeline. Well, here we go. We're back.
Did you get the eggs?
Yes, I did.
Ah, excellent. You have done a lot for the inhabitants of this island. If they can't eat, they can't very well fight. Thank you for your work.
You're welcome. I'm gonna talk to this guy. I'm gonna finish his quest sign off.
Well, have you succeeded in putting an end to the ritual?
Yes, the ritualists were infusing a giant Wawaran with power.
Well, I'm glad we put a stop to their efforts. Though they may be nothing more than clumsy mimics playing with forces they don't understand. The thought of them tapping into such power does not sit well. I am impressed with your abilities. I would like you to continue aiding us. Report to Secondary Erosic, Skykey on Trithic Loft to the southwest. It's the grassy ledge above the sand.
I will seek him out. Can we get another quest? You are a fine soldier, obedient and skilled, and I am sure you will help him in whatever way you can, correct? I will do as I can. And now we talk to this guy, and this should end his thing.
Did you retrieve the relics?
Yes, I did. Never mind.
Thank you! Thank you! All history is precious, no matter how powerful or powerless the race.
You're welcome.
Greeting.
Okay, we got our underwater breathing spell. This is a 15-minute one, so we're just gonna do that because I don't really want on the hotbar, but you can always press K, and this will bring up everything that you have. All your spells, abilities. You can sort it. I sort by alphabetical and level, highest level. It'll be right there. This is where you can upgrade your spells, but you need to be level 20. The max level right now is level 125, so we have a way to go. Ouch. There's actually a mailbox up there. It was that cool little tiny item. Now you normally would not be able to access this, but as you can see, as I'm a member, I can access my mailbox right there. But we're not going to worry about the gathering obsession. That is a pain I don't want to go through right now. You will learn to hate the gathering obsession, or you may love it. It's one of those types of things. It's a love or hate. You get very important stuff, so it's like a requirement for a thing called trade skill. But I'm not dealing with that right now. We are up at Chrykori Loft. A whole bunch of little lizards, more of those birds, raptors, and carnivorous plants. We're gonna talk to this guy.
I am Secondary Erazek Skyki. It is my duty to watch over Chrykori Loft. Think twice before considering causing any trouble. What brings you here?
And because we have both the quests, we can talk about anyone. We're gonna go primary Zoomha directing me to report to you.
Ah, good. I could use the extra help. The Spirok are tireless troubles.
What would you have me do?
Tasks, yes. I have found that the Wawerans coat the tips of their weapons with the venom of the skittering monitors found in the area. While they haven't refined the process, it is still woefully effective. I've seen soldiers die from wounds that should barely keep them in bed. We've been working on anti-venom, but we need more samples. I need you to go and collect some of their poison glands for me.
Alright. And a new helm. You can hold control, you can click, and that will show you the appearance of the item. It doesn't really look all that much different from ours, just a different coloring, but it's better stats, so we'll take it.
Good. Careful handling the monitors and their sacks. Remember, we don't have an antidote yet, and I do not need another invalid to care for. Return once you have enough for a thorough study.
I will handle myself carefully. Now we're gonna talk to him because he still has the book above his head.
I am Secondary Erazek Skyki. It is my duty to watch over Chrykori Loft. Think twice before considering causing any trouble. What brings you here?
Tertiary Makiki told me to give you this. It will rust metal with ease.
Interesting. I have someone who can put this to good use. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we're actually going to end the episode here and then we'll continue on the Chrykori Loft next time. But for now, goodbye, have a good day, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!